Mecha Break is the new kid on the block in the wasteland that is the mecha games genre. Armored Core is also here, I guess. Also Gundam Breaking 4. Hi Keno!
Nobody's fighting me.
The game looks incredible, the high quality models and characters, which were really weird at the beginning because everyone thought they were AI generated due to the fact of them being overly complicated and just needless jumbles of details. But it turns out it's not the case, so that's well and good. The story is heavily lacking, but this being both a beta of the final release and a multiplayer-focused live service game, I don't see it being worked on at all. Voiceovers are incomplete, sometimes they are actually AI generated, but again, still in beta. I guess voice actors are just working on it still, and the music is very lacking, so much so that I've just replaced the game music with my own on Spotify. The meat of the game, the mechs, are what's important. The gameplay, the guys. They are all obtainable through grinding, they are all obtainable through currencies. However, there's been a rumor that for the final release, the strikers will be all obtainable for free at the beginning. So I don't really know what to say about this aspect of the game right now. The beta was a very good progression system nonetheless, but if they unlock all of them on release, I'd be very happy to get them for free. Like, it's just free money. The mechs are called strikers. They have different stats from each other's, different roles, gameplay loops, kits. They are all unique, but they have some things in common. All strikers have an EN bar or an energy bar. This allows them to move faster in any direction of their choosing, based on their weight type. Heavy types, like Trisora for example, will use more of their energy bar to move comparably slower to other lighter types, like Falcon or Narukami, who just zip around the place. The health of playable characters is of course another common aspect between them, except not really. They have different sizes of health pools, and different sizes of something called a fluid armor pool. The fluid armor is an aspect of this game that I really like, and it allows for diverse playstyles to thrive and be viable. Fluid armor is a second health pool on top of the normal HP pool. If the player stops taking damage for enough time, the fluid armor will regenerate on its own, and once it's fully depleted, it needs to be regenerated for at least 10% of its total value to be effective again. This mechanic helps a lot in general. Games like this usually suffer from the poke playstyle, and healing being as scarce as it is, if fluid armor was not in the game, about half the roster would be unplayable. Select offensive skills can partially pierce or outright ignore fluid armor. These, however, are balanced by how much setup or risk is put into these abilities to gain this reward. Sniper-type weapons either need to do what's called hard scoping for a long time to charge up meaningful shots, or the nature of the sniper itself puts the user at risk when shooting. Melee attack also gets this privilege of completely ignoring fluid armor, but at the cost of exposing yourself to gunfire. 6v6 is exactly what you can expect from a hero shooter like. The only difference is that there are no tails, so everyone is having fun. The Extraction Battle Royale game mode is really unique in a couple aspects. You can loot around the map and extract either yourself or loot, while an unspecified number of enemy squads roam the map with the same objective. The meta gets shifted dramatically because of the implications. Larger map and wider areas mean snipers and planes are much stronger than the main mode, while brawlers are almost non-existent and get relentlessly bullied into giving up their loot. You can find very good stuff around, even skins are premium currency. Hopefully, this game stays mostly unchanged through the release, as the beta period ended recently and they're gathering feedback from players. This is a rough tier list I cooked up for the 6v6 arena mode, which is going to be the most popular by far. It's very biased, and just my opinion based on what I've seen around. I ended up ranking Grandmaster at the end of the beta, which isn't really super high, but I think it's respectable enough. You might have noticed that somebody is missing from the list. Can you guess who it is? That's right, it's Welkin, baby! Hell yeah! Welkin is a heavy striker, meaning he has the second best defense class in the game. This is to make sure his game plan goes through with minimal issues. Say game plan being beating his enemies to a fucking pulp. His primary fire, it's his main and best damage option. A giant axe that can be controlled on the buttons held while swinging or the position of the locked enemy. Rapidly hitting the button while locked to an enemy will lunge at it while performing a basic 4-hit combo. This has super high stagger potential, high damage that completely pierces fluid armor and keeps lunging even if the enemy gets displaced. The low EN cost makes it a very safe option most of the time. Just swing the axe. Holding the button down will make Welkin hold the axe with both hands and spin around in a circle for a set EN cost on cast. The damage is slightly lower than the basic combo, but unlike it, it cannot be parried and has priority over all other melee attacks. This will be useful later. Finally, hitting the primary fire while a locked enemy is located beneath you will make Welkin slam down his axe and drag the enemy to the ground with him. This is again unparryable and deals both melee damage and impact damage on landing. For his secondary fire, he wields a bazooka. Standard dome issue, deals a lot of damage but does not bypass fluid armor. The low mag sights and rollout speed make it not as spammable as you would like, but it's great for finishing off light strikers as they take an entire quarter of their health in a single hit. His next ability is a projected dual field, or as I like to call it, the box of hugs and friendship. When cast, he locks all units, enemy and friend alike, inside a box that blocks enemy fire. While inside, enemies get constantly peppered by blade drones that deal small damage but high stagger. The shield also has a hidden perk that makes people either completely freeze in terror or dash around uncaring for the EN reserves. Next up, the frontal shield. It's simple enough. You project a frontal shield that blocks enemy ranged attacks while emitting an energy dissipating smoke. If you're against any sniper, this smoke makes you completely immune to them while you have this skill active. Make sure to keep this in mind. His last ability is another smoke-related one. Welkin will spew smoke in a cone in front of him, disabling fire support for enemy strikers and staggering them if they don't resist the initial hit. This ability also 100% disables all drone in its range, regardless if the drone caster resists or not. This means no healing, no shields, no self-heals, no clones, no cloak fields, and no hurricanes. The poor guy gets his entire kit deleted by one button. The knowledge that I bestowed upon you can be used however you like. Be creative. Just know that people will learn to fear you and relentlessly tunnel on you once you show yourself as a threat. That said, what the fuck are they gonna do? Shoot you?
Outstanding! Two for one. Triple down. Relax, Guardian. You're scaring them. They'll never want to match with you again. One after another. I can't believe what I'm seeing! Seventh column!
Hi, hello, Editing Karami here. Basically, while the video was getting worked on, Mecha Break announced a bunch of changes coming to release, which is now 1st of July. So that's awesome, I think. All of the release strikers are gonna be free. As you saw before, the body modifications for the pilot are going to be free. And also there's new maps. There's 2 new strikers coming, which are gonna be probably unlocked through grinding or by buying them. There's gonna be a story mode, I think. There was a trailer for that. And they announced that would be no mods in 6v6 and 3v3 modes, which I never noticed the mods were making a difference. I'll be completely honest with you. And game's fucking awesome. The 1st of July, woo! Like, subscribe, and follow my Twitch. I have also a VGen. Follow me on Twitter. I post about stuff. Bye.